Top seventh here at Shea Stadium in New York. 2-1 Mets. 1-0 pitch is blooped into center field, and that's the first major league hit for Florida Marlins catcher Greg O'Halloran.
It literally was off the end of my bat. Just got enough. It was pretty exciting. I think, again, accomplishment. You're thinking it's the first of hopefully many. It was the first of two for me.
Greg O'Halloran's big league career was brief. He was drafted by the Blue Jays in the 32nd round in 1988. A thrill, considering he grew up in Mississauga, just 30 minutes from Exhibition Stadium.
I dreamed of playing for the Jays. I know when I started playing, Doug Alt was one of my coaches, and I went up to him and shook his hand, and I mean, he hit 2 home runs on opening day. He was amazed that I actually knew that. I said, well, I'm from Toronto. I said, you're a star in Toronto. They had a lot of guys that were ready to go play in the big leagues, and so I think they traded me for a bucket of balls. I'm not really sure, but when they said, you're going to Florida, I thought, this is great. I'm going to get a chance to play.
Greg retired in 1996, returning to Mississauga to raise a family with his wife, Cheryl. They had 3 kids. The youngest, Connor, was born in 2002.
He had his mother. I mean, she was his first throwing partner. And Cheryl played catch with him every day. Every day I came home, they were all playing catch out in the front.
When my dad was working, she was the one in the backyard with me and my brother playing catch. I think she was the one who put the ball in my left hand first.
He used to put on armbands, and he loved putting on eye black. And, you know, he had high socks. He had all the get-ups. He was a major league player when he was about 4 years old. They want to be great right away. And baseball is not like that. It's very difficult.
Nevertheless, Connor excelled. In 2017, he was selected to join the Canadian national junior team and represented the country in 2 international tournaments. In the fall of 2020, he received a scholarship to pitch for the University of Michigan. But that's when things took a turn at home.
You know, my wife, Cheryl, she got cancer that year. You know, COVID was going on. Everyone's terrified that somebody might get sick and die, and your mother, you know, has something that's, you know, it's a tough thing to go to school with.
I believe it was on Christmas Eve. I remember being upstairs and she came in, you know, trying to keep it together for us. But, you know, I think she just broke down just a little bit.
She got breast cancer, and he had to go to school. And, you know, it's not easy when you have to leave.
When you hear something like that and when a situation like that's going on, all you want to do is be with the people you love. And, you know, her being her, she wanted me to have a good time, you know, not worry too much about her. It just means a lot that she was focused even on me when it was her time of, you know, need and struggle.
Connor, he always checked in on me, how my treatment was going, encouraged me, sent me funny, you know, things on the phone, memes, and, you know, funny things to keep my spirits up. And he's a good kid. It was definitely the toughest time of my whole life. My doctors said, we caught it early and we're going to treat it aggressively and you will be fine. And so that was my mantra.
Thankfully, you know, after all this time, she's doing a lot better, and, you know, she's cancer free. So couldn't be more thankful for that.
Welcome to Seattle, the Emerald City, where there are a whole bunch of diamonds ready to be mined. It's the Major League Baseball draft.
Toronto selects Connor O'Halloran.
I mean, it was definitely surreal. It was just the greatest feeling in the world to get that call and find out the home team from your home country, you know, drafted you. And that's just every kid's dream. So to be able to hear that was probably the greatest moment of my life.
With their 5th pick in the 2023 draft, the Blue Jays made the O'Hallorans the first Canadian-born father and son duo ever drafted by the organization.
Tying run on third base in the top of the 6th, and a 1-0 ball game. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Connor O'Halloran's 9th strikeout of the night is his biggest.
He knows the amount of people that have been drafted, and he's heard stories that I've told of really good players that never played in the major leagues. So I'm thinking that he's really understanding of how difficult it is. It's the culmination of from the time you were a little kid. One of the biggest things is staying healthy and keep believing in yourself, because there's a lot of times when you're the only one, your family and you are the only ones that believe in you.
I try not to think too far ahead. I think that almost scares me a little bit. He's such a determined kid, and I want it so badly for him.
Have you ever dared to dream about getting the phone call that you've been promoted to the major leagues?
I think I've had that thought ever since I picked up a baseball. I mean, the Jays were always on, you know, going to games with friends, family. I mean, that's anything I could have asked for, so I guess the real work starts now.